Dog quake. Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
Hi, Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
I'm petting a dog farm. Hi to all the new people. Welcome back to all the returning people. If you're not subscribed, you know where the button is. Hit it. Hit it real good.
It is Monday, November 2nd.
One more day. The no political ads. You guys will be in the whole beautiful Wednesday when you see this. It'll be such a beautiful, no more political BS every 10 seconds.
It's old.
I look forward to the first Wednesday after the first Tuesday every year. Especially a leap year.
People make it their girlfriend. How has your week been, folks? How was your week? Ours was... I'm getting beat by a dog, by the way. Ours was... It was there. Today was the Mondayest Monday ever, and that's all I've got, and yeah.
My Monday wasn't that bad. Look at the top of my head. Between takes, I might raise the camera a little bit.
Yes.
Angie.
And her son.
Oh, okay. Okay. Bridget.
What's her son's name?
I don't see. Cole. There we go. You don't tell me these things ahead of time. Bridget Lynn. Who's your apple? Twin Mom Stitcher?
That's Megan.
Okay.
She's got twins.
More Lynn's. Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
Reading.
Okay, well, you read. That's all we have for the intro. So he's going to read, and we're going to do whips.
Hey, Cole. Cross stitch isn't boring.
Whips.
We fixed the camera.
So we fixed the camera.
You never guess. Ink circles, dragons of Sumatra. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is what it looks like so far.
Stretch out the wrinkles.
Yeah. That's the set.
We don't iron before Flosstube.
No, leave my fabric alone. It's getting ironed once, and that's it. My luck, I'll burn it.
You will not burn it because you're not ironing it.
Okay, there is. I got. This is why he's going to tie the snap. It's got this done. Then I got. Let me see, where did I go from there? This stuff done. Well, now I got this and this and this. Yeah, I kind of went all over the place. Because there's actually right here a giant thing. And I just started to think it'll actually take up most of this here. And there's another little thing that goes in there and one more over here. But yeah, I took this off and went, whoa, I got a lot of that done. I'm more than halfway done. I have the first 3 pages completely done.
Yay!
And most of the other pages are at least a third of the way done.
I'm missing a whip. Hold, please. And we're back. Sorry. I put something away that I forgot I switched on. Y'all, it feels like last Monday was 2 flipping weeks ago at this point.
Honey, with the day you've had, you'd think Sunday was a week ago.
It's not wrong.
And unfortunately, all of it happened while I was at work. All I could do is pick up food on the way home.
Okay, so I did most of these stitches the previous week. I don't know if I showed you it, but for one of my costume prompts for Daily 30, we did Lady with Dog. Lady with Dog. Because greyhounds are funny, dogs are funny. So I did stitches on that. I did it. Look, I put a lot of stitches on this girl. Maybe not, but I used her for stitches. Oh, I used her for fall holidays week for something that I could carry my candy in for Halloween. So, and that was 440 stitches. Lady with Dog was 500 stitches, but I had done 445 of them before last Monday. So, all right. So, and then I used her in Spell Sling in Crystal Academy this weekend. Her lovely neck.
I always love half-done cross-stitch pads like this because right now you look like you have a deformed ostrich.
Yeah. I forget what Caitlin in Crystal Academy called it. She called it something. And then they took down the Spell Sling stuff, so I don't remember. But, so I did, did I don't know.
Who was that Jabber thing from Alice in Wonderland?
I don't know. I know that this is what I did for, my candy carrying, because this is what I worked on for Spell Sling. So, here's Lady with Dog. She is on 14 count. The fabric that came with the kit, that is 2 foot long, by the way. I'm not getting over that.
I forgot to mention that my 16 count picture this plus thunderstorm. That's what my stitches on. Bejo.
The project I accidentally put away. For the prompt for Fall Holiday Week for Lost Loved One, I forget which holiday it went with. I stitched on Shores of Hakron Hollow because, excuse me, I have hiccups, because when I stitch on this, I think of my grandfather that was in the Navy, and I'm going to make this block, I'm going to change the name in it. I'm going to change the name in it to my grandpa's name. Because this is like the memorial block, so. This is stitched on 32 count, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm, even weave in the colorway. Lake Effect Morning. I did 387 stitches on it, which finish up this star was all that star and was that black line down. I'm not putting the single stars in on the block. You can't really see that. I'm not putting the single stars in on the block, just because I don't want to, because I'm lazy. I mean, it kind of boils down to I just didn't want to do them, so I think it looks fine without them. Oh, and I filled in where the T is. I just didn't want to do single stars. Whoosh. Whoosh.
Do you shout out to Who's Your Apple?
What?
Whoosh.
Oh.
Whoosh.
Okay, so as we discovered, I had something with a gate. Again, I don't remember what Fall Holiday this correlated to, and I don't have it written down anymore. It's my life, and that's how it rolls.
Don't worry. I think her sanity will come back once we move.
This does have a gate on it. Right there. There's still a little teeny tiny gate. So I stitched on that from a gate.
Sometimes your stretch is really weird, and sometimes it's 10 stitches out of a million, but it's there.
But it's there. Alright. I also stitched on this for so I did 305 for the gate. Nope. That's a lie. I did 316 for the gate. I don't think I have that one. What did I stitch on this one? Oh. For the new weekly, something domesticated. There's sheep on there. Sheep are domesticated. I did 410 stitches on it. I did like 1,500 stitches Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for spousling. It was ridiculous.
Did 200 in an hour.
I was quite proud of myself. I did 200 stitches in like an hour on Saturday.
And I just did that.
I did a lot of stitching, and actually, that 1,500 was just for spellsling. It doesn't count what I did on what I did after spellsling.
Hey, the good thing is that I think I did a good amount myself.
You did.
I don't know how much I did, but I know I probably spent a total of 10 hours this weekend on it.
You did. So I did. Sorry. So I did 316 stitches from a gate and 410 stitches for domestic. And I've got the barn's roof, the main part of the barn's roof all done. A little bit over here. I think there's some snow on each side. And then I started the front side of the barn. Or the side of the barn. Depends on, maybe it depends on.
The door is on the side, so technically that's the front.
Okay. So, this is just on the 18 count kit fabric that came with it.
Here's a fun one. Do you consider that to be the side or the front? Because it's not the side with doors, unless I'm mistaken. But it is the side that faces you when you're looking at it.
I don't know.
Comment below.
I'm missing another whip. I put stuff away and apparently didn't realize.
You need to get little, like, multicolored clothespins.
Apparently. Hold, please. Okay. My sweetest day gift project, I remember what holiday that is flowers. Flowers are a great sweetest day gift. So are chocolates.
I get you, Milk Duds.
This is stitched on 18 count, hand dyed by the Silvac Farm in Cleveland Fog. I did 305 stitches on this, which was, y'all, I'm showing you the backside. Absolutely. Which was these two flowers.
Hey, hon.
And these three flowers.
A credit to your skill, you could barely tell the difference.
Except for the ends backwards. So here's that. There's the lovely flowers that I did. I love this. I love those flowers around the border. Not only are they nice and easy to stitch, but they look really cool. They're easy to stitch, but they have a nice cool effect.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that the fact that they're easy to stitch probably makes them better in her eyes because she doesn't have negative emotions tied to them.
I got some feels tied to them because some of them, they can be a little frustrating.
Okay.
And every single
I remember the tree of stitches.
They're all different colors. So, I mean, they're not, the colors repeat, but like this is a color, that's 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 a color.
The colors be changing.
So, I mean, there's some feels tied to it. There's some feels tied to it.
Forgive me. The time change has me a little tired.
Time change.
Plus, we got delayed with life.
But.
You're sitting on it?
But.
You're sitting on it?
Thanks, honey.
I love you.
Okay, I remember this one. This one's All Saints Day. Because we had to tie something to a saint. So I chose the patron saint of farmers, Saint Isidore.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm a dork who actually remembered there was a patron saint for farmers. Googled it real quick.
There's patron saint for everything, really. Because there's another Saint Isidore that is a patron saint for computers and technology.
You know what? They both have kernels.
Why didn't I write this down?
I love you. It looks like the gears just broke.
The gears just broke. I also used this for one of this week's weeklies for something bumpy. I swear I did. Yeah. I don't have it written down. For something bumpy.
Sacrilege. 10 lashes with a wet noodle. Let me go boil some water and get some spaghetti.
So I did 303 stitches on it for my saint and 407 stitches on it for something bumpy. Maybe I did more than 1,500 stitches for spell sling. Anyways, this is on 28 count. Evenly panned out by the Slowbook Farm in heirloom. So I finished off the gate on this side. Started the lovely. Just put that back in there where it belongs. Just put that away.
Well, luckily it landed on my leg and not the floor.
Obviously, I did it for something bumpy because corn is bumpy. And then started the corn stuff. That's lovely. So lovely. Actually, I want to say that the fence was what I stitched on from a saint.
I want to know, is it Cheryl? Daily 30, who runs it?
Cheryl.
I get those names mixed up, sorry. But I wonder how much Cheryl learns from our stretching.
She could. Okay.
I've already had 2 really good stretches so far.
Showed you my candy cane. Okay, my candy corn catching apparatus. I did one final costume. I ended up doing 7 costumes total for the month of for the October monthly. My final costume was to stitch on something that had wings in the design. Raven Queen is holding a raven.
Plus, I also think that's what those shoulder pads are.
I think those might be shoulder pads, but those would be wings. So.
Hey, it's fantasy. I mean, geez, if Hermes could fly with those little boats. Comment below if you get the reference.
I do believe there was a scene once upon a time where Regina flew in as a raven. I could be wrong.
I'm surprised there wasn't one when she flew in on a broom.
Yeah. They had the Wicked Witch of the West.
Isn't that like her sister?
Yes.
I can see what's up with that family.
Yeah. So Raven Queen Regina That's what she's called because she's color changed for Regina. Is stitched on 32 count, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm Black Ice. And I did 632 stitches on her.
You know, it's also a very good way of describing her heart when the series first starts.
Mm-hmm. All of it was in the red in the column of her dress. I am at the point where I need to pick out the rest of the reds for her dress.
I have a suggestion. You're going to laugh at me.
What?
115.
No.
I
I like that together, but you don't what I want for her dress, okay? So that was 632 stitches. We've topped 3,000 stitches for a week, folks.
Cha-cha-cha-chia.
And
if you get the reference, good. If you don't get the reference, must be good, nice to be that young. I have some guys at work who are like early 20s. I said that like I'm like.
And then I had to stitch on something.
In a bag.
In a bag. I had to stitch on something in the color green. And what do I have that has a massive amount of green in it? My green conversion for Lady of the
Flag. Was I taking so long?
No. So.
Or she's doing it, the Statue of Liberty with the flag.
Yes, the Statue of Liberty, Lady of the Flag. She is stitched on 32 count, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm. For Your Thoughts colorway.
She has come so far.
She really has, and there is so much more for me to get done on her.
Yeah, but she no longer looks like an abstract by a flipping psycho.
Yes. I did 368 stitches on her yesterday. I finished up the other, 32 stitches for the prompt today. So the stitches for her are done, but I'm only counting 362 stitches on it for last week. That is all of my whips for last week. I did a grand total of 3,627 stitches. I stitched a lot. And I'm almost done with the new weekly.
Hey, Cheryl, you need bonus stitches because it's cold, but you need to wait a week because it'll hot. The rest of this week in Ohio, it's like somebody found the thermostat one like this.
Build a challenge. She does have build a challenge, so you can like double up the stitches if you feel necessary. I don't feel necessary. Like when I talk about plans, I'll explain the monthly for November. It'll be fine.
I just remember the 1 week where she was away for some Stitcher vendor retreat thing. It's a really big deal for cross stitchers.
Nashville Needlework Market.
Yeah. And you were like dying of boredom because you didn't have something to tell you what to stitch. I just looked at you like, would you like me to tell you what to stitch? You're like, no.
I found stuff to stitch.
I know, but it was just cute and funny.
Okay.
Okay.
No haul this week on plans. Plans.
You're probably going to get more stitching done this week than you did last week.
Virtual retreats this weekend.
Basically.
I'm off on Friday. Yes. I'm very excited to be off of work on Friday. I hope it's terrible for them. Okay. Do you have plans this week other than the virtual retreat?
Dragons. I'm actually like, it's like, I'm actually getting close to the end. I actually can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's pushing me forward and forward and forward because I love the stitch, but I really want to get it done. I have been doing it for years. At that, I don't know what's happened, but my bug went out to the gym or something, and when it came back, it just started kicking my butt.
Okay. Yeah. So this week is Life's a Gourd week in Daily 30. All about.
Are you making a loofah?
All about those wonderful words, pumpkins, squashes. You know what I'm talking about.
Loofahs.
So we have to stitch on something with a vine because they grow on a vine. Plant Happiness has a lovely vine on it. So I've started that one. I did my we have to stitch on something domesticated because they're domesticated plants. Sorry. I did that on Scenic Farm because sheep are domesticated. We have to stitch on something with a tool, a drinking or eating vessel, musical instrument, a birdhouse, or a sponge, because all those are all the things that can be, all of the unique things that can be made with gourds. I don't have anything for any of those.
I have one if you want to start it. If it works, don't fix it. It has hammers on it.
You know, I'm good.
Let me see. Tools, eat or drink, musical instruments. Birdhouse?
Birdhouse.
Oh, technically, in cardinal points, we consider it a birdhouse because it's where the bird lives.
There's no birdhouse on it.
Tried.
It does not matter. I don't think I have anything for it. I'm okay if I don't.
Okay.
So then, colors of gourds were green, brown, orange, yellow. We had to pick one of those colors. If we do any shade of that color, but we had to pick one of those colors. I went with green because lady of the flag. And then bumpy because there's so many bumpy irregular gourds. And I went with knee high because obviously bumpy. So I basically have to finish my vine up. I'm not going to worry too much about finishing the tool, drinking, eating vessel prompt. That one I don't really have anything for. Because the monthly for the month of November is basically you can kind of stitch on whatever you want. So you have to find a stamp, a postage stamp, and relate it to a stitching project. So like I have I have moon and stars, or I have the moon landing, which connects to what I'm working on for Shores of Copper and Hollow, because
There's a moon in it.
exactly. And Shores of Copper and Hollow, well, I'll go through Crystal Academy separately. So like, kind of, as long as you can relate, as long as you can somehow relate your stitching to a stamp, or have a picture of a stamp with something in the picture of your stitching, it works. We get extra bonus points if we complete all 10 stamps this month. So I'm just not going to worry about that prompt that I don't have something, necessarily have something for. I was like, I could do alternative stitches. I'm like, no, I could do the stamp prompt monthlies and try to get all the monthlies done. Because this is the same amount of stitches.
Week of the month.
It won't be the first week of the month. So that's just what I'm going to do. So, this is our last week of learning new spells at Crystal Academy. Next week is, they called it remedial week. Basically, if you and your dorm didn't learn a spell, you can kind of catch up. Or if you just learn the spell and you want the extra points for completing all of it, you can do that.
It's study hall.
Basically.
If you don't have any homework,
We have
take a nap.
spell sling every weekend between now and Thanksgiving, and then I think the weekend after Thanksgiving we have the spell sling playoffs. We're gonna see how that shakes out with our team. Because of schedules. So, the first spell we're learning, well, they're both healing spells. They're defense against being attacked spells. I forget exactly how they worded it. I feel as a student. So the 3 tasks for the first spell are something that could be injured, something that you could use to make bandages, and a plant that you think would be medicinal. So obviously plant happiness, one of those plants on there has got to be medicinal. If not, it'll make you forget about your problems. Obviously something that could be injured and something that could be used as a bandage. We could use any and all of my pretty ladies because a human can be injured and you can rip apart a dress for a bandage if you need to in a pinch.
You can do Raven Queen because a Raven can kick the living crap out of you, then you gotta tear apart the dress to fix yourself. Because ravens, from what I heard, ravens are easily TO'd.
What I'll probably do is relate one of my pretty ladies to a stamp and then just do 600, because it's 300 stitches for each task, and I'll just do 600 stitches.
Do you have anything else to do on Scenic Farm?
I don't know.
Wool can be used to heal, rake bandages, and have.
Well, as I said, pretty much when I get done with plant happiness, it'll all be, can I relate it to a stamp? The other healing spell is a whip that comes in pieces, something you had to frog, and something that can be fixed if broken. Shores of Hawkern Hollow was approved as something that comes in pieces because it's blocks. So that'll be my first stamp because I'm going to relate it to the moon. Actually, I could do that for Head Frog too because I had Frog part of those stars. Which one of those? I had to frog one of the stars.
I have the stupid question that everybody out there is probably also thinking. What hasn't any Stitcher? Every
to be
project.
fair, that's basically what I said when I saw the prompt. I'm like, oh, that could be anything, so.
I've had the frog dragons. I've had the only thing I haven't had the frog is because I haven't stitched that much on it yet.
And something that could be fixed if broken. I mean, if you injure yourself as a human, you could fix that. If you break a window pane in a house, you could fix that. I have several options.
Plus, you have me for inspiration. Trust me, if you want to find a way of getting something fixed, let me know, and I have a really simple thing to tell them. Duct tape. Add duct tape to anything, and it'll fix it.
Yep. So that's plans for the week. Pretty easy.
We have a retreat this weekend, the virtual one. We're having fun.
Yeah, we're having our virtual retreat this weekend.
Yeah, best we can do under the circumstances. Sorry, it's not what we originally had planned. Though, at least I don't have to drive to downtown Cleveland.
True story. The bump in the road for the in-person retreat in April has been taken care of. It was very easy to fix.
She just needed to go there and visually see the problem.
Well, yeah, I needed to go and see visually how we were going to fix it. And yeah, easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy?
Lemon squeezy. So, if you're interested in the in-person retreat, please note it is the weekend after Easter in April. The 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, I believe. I think. I could be off by day.
Link below.
It's linked below. The Lakeshore Retreat. Please note, as of right now, Ohio is requiring masks in all public spaces, so you will be required to wear a mask. That's it. My hair looks funky.
Hey, honey, I heard a funny thing today I saw on Facebook. Kane is a wrestler who wears a full face mask. In 2003, I think it was, he was in WrestleMania for like 50 minutes and threw 11 people out. Now, if he can wear that mask to that entire ordeal, you can wear it for a half hour while going to Aldi's.
All right. So that is that. That has been our week in Stitches. That's our week coming up in Stitches. What do we want the people to do?
Have a really nice week. And like, comment, subscribe, share, bell notification, find me, Bobby. You know, the YouTube spiel. They actually say it's better to put it at the front of the video, but no. I just tell you to hit the button in the beginning. But I'll go the whole hit the bell notification. And the reason you hit the bell notification is for some reason they had to add an extra button because, you know, just like liking and subscribing isn't enough for them to actually show you people's videos.
So, in defense of that, there are some channels that I subscribe to, and they're not Flosstube channels. There are some channels I'm subscribed to that I want the content, but I don't want notified every time they post a video. So, I just have them subscribed, and when I want to watch, I go and see if they've posted anything new recently. Sometimes I go 2-3 weeks without
If that was the reasoning behind it, I would agree with you. But I remember when they did it and listening to the YouTubers I was watching, and it was actually because they kept hearing complaints about people not seeing their videos all of a sudden. YouTube just suddenly stopped doing it when they added the bell and didn't tell anybody.
I know, supposedly Facebook has changed their group notifications and reset everybody's settings so that everybody only gets highlights only. That's not true or I'm just super special because my group notifications have not changed. And you never know, people dream up all kinds of crud about Facebook.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Facebook mothership to beam me up. Yeah, I've seen that kind of crazy going around about it too.
What's this thing over the weekend about? Doomsday Clones. Anyways.
Oh, and on a sad note, Sean Connery. That sucked!
He was 90.
Yeah, it was awesome. But be it good guy or bad guy, he just had that attitude behind him. It was just awesome.
He was a quality actor.
Yeah.
All right. That is all we got. It's time for us to say goodbye.
Bye!